Alright, before this video starts, I just want to say thank you guys for the recent support, and I'm going to be uploading more Project Slave videos, and this video is really kind of long, so there will be timestamps in the description, and comment if this video was helpful, and if I missed anything. Yeah, enjoy the video. Yo, what's up guys, welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys tips and tricks on how to become better at PvP using any breathing or any BDA. I'm going to show you guys tips for every breathing, every BDA, and tips in general for PvP we should do. And I think I have a pretty good opinion on this because you see, I'm Upper Moon, and then I'm also a Shearer, which took like 50 matches, but I only lost like 6 of them. So yeah, I'll be showing you guys tips and tricks for every breathing, every BDA, and PvP in general. But let's get right into it. Alright, first, we're going to go through the basic PvP tips. As in, like, not using breathing, as in the basic PvP tips, as in, let's say, we'll just get right into it. So let's say this is your opponent. I'll do, let's see, that's a blocking opponent. Does he block from the back? Okay, he doesn't block from the back. So let's say this is your opponent. You both of you got out of the combo, both using abilities. You always want to look for dashes in PvP, as in, as you guys know, I do this a lot in my videos. You want to dash behind them and go for this. As you guys see, he couldn't block it. Obviously, because you can't block from the behind, so you always want to go for quick stuff like that. You don't need to be a Reaper. Reaper just makes it so much. It's one of the reasons why Reaper is so OP. But yeah, you just want to go. You just want to go for stuff like that. Dash behind them. Go for things because you can't block from behind. I think that's one of the best things you could do in a game. No one does it enough. Yeah, that's one of the best things you can do in a game. All right, next tip is always block when you're fighting. When the match starts, always be blocking because you don't know what you're going against. If you're going against Thunder, they could just thunderclap and flash you. So you want to always be blocking and moving around like this. Always be blocking, always be moving. You don't know if you're going against a blood player, so you might just get landmined. And once you're landmined, once you're thunderclapped, you're kind of just in a combo and you can't get out of it. So always be blocking at the beginning of your combos, at the beginning of the fights, because that's when people are most likely to use their abilities. Alright, lastly, for PvP tips. If you're a breather, if you use breath, if you use any type of breath, always breathe. You're the L. I'm a demon right now, so I can't show you guys, but I don't see people do that enough. And once you're done with a combo, get some breathing off. I don't know why nobody does that, but you want to get that off so you have more abilities to use for your combos. No one does it enough. I always see people just run out of breath after the combo ends. But like after your combo ends, try to dash forward or something. Breathe. Get your stamina back so you can fight them again. Same goes for demon. Don't spam abilities. Like, you could chill for a little bit. Wait for your cooldowns. Well, not wait for your cooldowns too much to the point where you're like unfun to play with. I mean, like, wait for your cooldowns so you can actually do something, and wait for your stamina, especially if you're not combo. Yeah, that's it for the PvP tips. Let's get right into the breathing tips. First, we have lightning. So lightning, obviously every player is lightning. Literally 9 out of 10 matches you're gonna go against a lightning player, so it's really predictable to play against them. And if you're lightning, you need to play differently because all of them are predictable. Especially if you're like a newer player, then you're gonna be predictable. But pretty much what we want to do as lightning, if you're going against a lightning player, always move and hold block, as in like they're gonna thunderclap and flash. Every single one of them thunderclap and flash to begin with, so when you're longer range, you always want to be holding block and just moving. You want to move like this, move, hold block, move, because you don't know if they're gonna ult or use thunderclap and flash. Obviously both of them are called thunderclap and flash, but the ult is called thunderclap and flash 6-fold. But you don't know if they're gonna use which one, so if they're using thunderclap and flash, then you need to be blocking. It's pretty obvious which ones they use depending on how they play, but yeah, you really want to just keep moving, get them to bait. You just want to bait the thunderclap and flash, and then once they're doing it, you want to dash on top of them, get a combo. And yeah, that's pretty much how you beat every Thunder player. Literally, all of them are really predictable, and after like the first stock or two, you kind of tell which one they use because they start doing the same thing over and over again. But yeah, if you're Thunder, then start with Thunderclap and Flash 6-fold. You want to start with your ultimate ability. That's only if you're Thunder and you're playing against Thunders, then you want to dodge. You want to dodge, you want to block, you want to just get out of their range. Alright, next we have Wind. You see, my whole series, I did wind. I used wind breathing, so that's my main breathing. I'm gonna tell you guys how you can play against it and how you can play with it. So basically, first we're gonna go how you can play with it. First of all, what you want to do, you always want to start with your ult. The ult is like the biggest like combo starter in the kit. It has really good gap close. It has really good stun time. You want to start with the ult. You need to hit like at least one of them, and if they block and they're just dead, it's a free combo because it's a block breaker. But you want to hit all of them, and if they're moving around a lot, maybe try to start the combo and then ult. But yeah, pretty much just start with ult. This one's pretty obvious, but there's not really any tips for wind. It's really easy. Besides the point that you need to start with your ult. Yeah, I mean that's wind. If you want to play against wind, pretty much the only way you can play against wind is by outplaying the ult. I see in my videos when I play against wind users, the thing you want to do, I might show a clip on the screen. I don't know if I have it, but the thing you want to do, you want to dodge, or you want to block the first 2 strikes. So the wind has 4 strikes, the ultimate ability. It shoots 4 different slashes. You want to block the first 2, and then dash the second 2. If you're fast with it, then you can do it really easily. But yeah, it's pretty much what you want to do for wind. That's pretty much it for wind. Wind is just really straightforward and easy to go against. Not go against, it's really easy to play with wind. If you want to go against wind, then yeah, you got to do that with the ult, and then maybe play your distance. Always block, because the rest of wind's abilities, it's kind of, they're all blockable except the ultimate. So the ultimate is pretty much your only risk of getting comboed. Alright, next up we have water. So water, the thing about water is the kit's really small, so it's kind of hard to like tell you guys tips you can use with water. But if I had to name one, I would say water basin. Every wind combo starts with water basin, as it's pretty much its only combo starting move in its kit. It's really good stun time. It's a block break, and most of them, 9 out of 10 of them, they're gonna start with wind basin. So you really just want to dodge wind basin, move around a lot, and it's pretty much just like a I'll show it on screen. But they aim it, it's like the bloodshot, and what is it? So basically, yeah, it's just like the bloodshot. They jump, and it's a block break, so you just want to move around and dodge it. That's pretty much the only tip I give you about water, because like it's a really small breathing, not really much abilities, none of them really combo extend. Yeah, if you're using water though, obviously it's kind of hard to show you guys any tips that you can do in your water, because there aren't much abilities. But obviously it's really predictable. You're gonna start with water basin, so maybe play aggro, bait the block. If they're not moving, you gotta find moments where they're not moving, and you gotta time the water basin. Don't just use it like an idiot. Make sure you're timing it so you can actually hit them for sure. But yeah, that's pretty much just it for water, because it's really small kit. There's not much to say about it, as most of the abilities aren't combo starters. But yeah. Alright, lastly, for breathings, we have insect. So basically, insect, no one uses insect. I barely see anyone playing insect, so it's hard to tell you guys tips about insect. But if I had to say any, definitely that insect has no good combo initiators. You block almost every ability. The running ability is just like a blood ripoff. It's literally the worst version that you could block, and it's really just easy to play against insect. If you lose against insect, it's pretty bad. But if you play an insect, you just want to play really aggro, because most of your abilities are close range. Try to dash behind them like this. If you're finding them like this, you just want to go step like this and then put behind. You can't. Let me do a dummy that I can actually hit. Yeah, like I'll do this one. But pretty much, yeah, you just want to dash behind. Like they're gonna be blocking every ability, because you can't. Most of your abilities can't start combos, so you just want to go for a dash like this or something. Obviously, I'm doing this with Reaper, but pretty much get dashes like this. That's like, obviously when people are holding block, they can't block from both sides, and most people always fall for this. So it's really easy to start combos if you just do that, and you can start your combos off of, that. Alright, well, that's gonna be it for all my tips for every breathing that you use in Project Cyrus. If you guys found this video helpful, make sure you like and subscribe, and yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found it useful. Join us down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.